Hey guys, you're back here with Credit Connector. Remember, this channel is about you guys. I want to empower you guys. I want to show you guys how to understand your credit, how to fix your credit, and how to go out there and leverage your credit. Remember, I'm still dropping my VIP mentorship that you guys can still get in for free. And also, if you have any friends or relatives that don't speak English, send them to my Spanish channel, which is called Conecto de Crédito. Guys, help me out. Remember, I'm the first Latina in the credit space. So this video, what we're going to talk about is the easy way to get a car finance with Navy Federal. Navy Federal is probably one of the best places where you can go and finance your car. It can be a used car, it can be a new car, or it can be a commercial car as well. They also do motorcycles, boats, and so on and so on. Okay. So with Navy Federal, you have several things that you're probably not going to find with any other institution. One of the first things you're going to find is no income verification. And what does that mean? If you're already a member of Navy Federal, you got to make sure you're ready to be a member and to be in their ecosystem at least, I would say, 3 to 4 months. If you have already direct deposit and they see that you're putting money in there and you've developed already that relationship with them, guess what? You're not going to have to get your pay stubs because they already know what's coming into your bank account. But if you're a person that's having, overdraft every month and all that, then this is not going to work. So you got to make sure that you have everything in good standing. Also, Navy Federal is probably one of the places that gives you a car, finances a car with a credit score as low as 680 and still gives you a pretty good interest rate. Because, yeah, you might have a 680 and get financed somewhere else, but you know what? They're going to kill you with that APR. So Navy Federal is on your side. Remember, they're consumer based. They're there to help their shareholders. All right. So I've seen people getting car loans with as low as 680 and multiple car loans. That's one good thing of Navy Federal. You can have one or more car loans. So imagine paying off 2 or 3 car loans in the same institution where you just have to make one check or just deposit the money and they withdraw it from your checking account. To me, that's a plus because I hate when I have to do so many bills at the end of the month, and make sure that I have everything on auto pay. So that's definitely a plus. Also, you want to make sure that your internal score with Navy Federal is 250 and higher. Remember, Navy Federal credit score goes from 100 to 450. You want to make sure that you're at 250 or above. Also, with Navy Federal, there's another good thing. When you go to the car dealership, they always want a down payment because guess what? That's what they pocket. That's what they put in their pocket, guys. So with Navy Federal, if you choose not to put any down payment, you could do that. You can also put a down payment if you want to lower your payments, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. And remember, anytime you put a down payment, let's say you put $1,000, really the difference, it's going to be so minor that I would tell you, save your $1,000 and you can use that maybe for 2 payments. So that's something, that Navy Federal lets you do. Also, when you go in and you're already financed with Navy Federal, remember, and you go to the dealer, you're going to go in with more buying power. You're not going to let that salesperson hustle you around because you know what you have to buy a car, you know what you want, and guess what? They're going to bend over backwards to help you because they know that the power is in your hands, not in their hands. They're not giving you the runaround that, hey, you know what, your credit is not that good, or let me see if I can get you approved. No, 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 no. You're going to go in waving that check, let's say it's $30,000, and you're going to be like, this is what I want. What can you do for me? So that's definitely a plus. Also, when you go into Navy Federal, make sure, or you apply, make sure that you know exactly, what you want, because with Navy Federal, they have something which is really good. Let me see if I can minimize my screen because you guys know that I'm not tech savvy. So if you guys come here, auto loan calculation, this is awesome because you don't have to run your credit and it gives you an idea of where you're going to be. So let's say your monthly payment, let's say you want something that's not more than $500 a month. This is perfect. It tells you right here, purchase price, $30,000, no down payment. So here you chose a term of 72 months, which is 6 years. interest rate 5.29, which that's pretty much average for Navy Federal. No cash rebates, no trade-in, and you're not amount owed on trade-in. And it's going to tell you when you calculate this that your payment is $487. This is amazing. So this is also another plus. Let's say you want to do 60 months, which basically is 5 years. Look, your payment goes up a little bit to $570. So knowing all this information is definitely a plus. And you're going to find this in the Navy Federal website, the portal. You just go in under auto loans and it tells you and it gives you a whole bunch of information. Also remember with Navy Federal, they're also going to look your debt to income, you know, how much are you, extended, what are your payments on a monthly base, and how much you can afford. Okay, so those are things that they're going to check, loan to value, your current obligations, your credit score, the debt to income. So those are things they're going to check. But also with Navy Federal, they let you finance, and you can go into and check on the app as well. Is it a new car? Is it a used car, or are you going to just refinance a car? So this is also incredible. It gives you those options. I believe with Navy Federal, they consider anything, I think 2023 and higher. I think maybe 30,000 miles. I'm not sure, or less than 30,000 miles new, and then after that used. So you can check also, because remember, data points change from one day to another. With Navy Federal, also they're going to do a hard inquiry, once that you do get it approved. So that's something for you to know. And also with Navy Federal, once you get approved, a lot of people used to not turn in their title. Guys, don't do that. Turn in the title. Remember, you do have to get the insurance and put Navy Federal as the payee. They gotten really strict with this. So if you guys have heard other little vultures out there saying that, stay with the title and keep the money and all that, don't burn the bridges with Navy Federal, because at the end of the day, Navy Federal is a credit union that you want to bank for a long time. They have really good credit cards, and they're known to go really high on their credit cards. So this is really important. Make sure once you have the title, you go back to Navy Federal, you turn it in, and you want to make sure that you do put Navy Federal on your insurance. Okay, so this is really important. Also, once you're applying to Navy Federal, make sure that your utilization is, the sweet spot really is like 6%, but just try to stay under 10%. Make sure you don't have any late payments or any collections or charge jobs in the last 24 months. This is really important, guys, okay? But definitely if you, want to get some cars with Navy Federal, that's the way to go. And remember, you can buy it on the personal side, and you can always refinance on the business side if you want to like erase the debt on the personal side. So these are little hacks. Also remember, anytime that you do finance a car on the business side, your insurance is probably going to go a little bit higher because it's considered business. But if you want to hide the utilization, that's a way to do it. Okay, guys? Remember, guys, subscribe to my channel. Give me a like, a comment. This is the only way I'm going to get to know you guys. You guys got to go out there and do your due diligence, do your homework, because I am not an attorney. This is just a channel so we can learn. Okay, remember, this is Jackie from Credit Connector. Until next time, guys.